Hey, happy Tuesday. I went back to the Three Little Pigs again in the Enjoy book, and this time I have the Three Little Hawaiian Pigs and the Magic Shark opened up, and this one is found on page 93. It comes right after the one that we did yesterday. So this is a cute, colorful story, and I thought I would share it with you because it's fun, and it also has some Hawaiian words in it that are a little hard to pronounce. So I thought it might help if I read this one with you. And again, if you want to follow along, then go ahead and pause the video and get your book out and get that all ready to go and open up to 93. And then you can follow along with me. Otherwise, I will put my camera in here on the words so that you can do it that way too. Here we go. One morning in Hawaii, a mother and father pig called their children together. Our dear Paua Kaikis, they said with sorrow in their voices, as much as we love you, it is time for you to become grown-ups and seek your own way in the world. Here is a sack of money for each of you. Spend it wisely and always be careful of strangers. After saying aloha to their parents, the three little pigs set off down the road, looking forward to a life full of happiness, adventure, and riches. And here up in the corner, they have some of the Hawaiian words, and they tell you how to pronounce them. I probably said them incorrectly. Pua'a is a Hawaiian word meaning pig. Keiki is what Hawaiians call a child. And aloha, a Hawaiian word with meanings such as hello, goodbye, and love. Here are some more. We have pili grass, a grass used to thatch grass houses in old Hawaii, and opihi, a shallow cone-shaped limpet shell whose animal is prized eating. It means considered something really good to eat. They had gone only a short distance when they met a man with a load of pili grass. Aha! Said the first little pig. This is for me. I will build myself a grass house and live beside the sea. So he bought the pili grass and happily headed towards the beach where he built his house. It was finished quickly, and he took his pole, his net, his small bucket for opihi, and he went fishing. The other two little pigs went on until they met a man selling driftwood. Aha, said the second little pig, this is for me. I will build myself a house of driftwood and live beside the sea. Feeling pleased with himself, he quickly built his house and went to join the first little pig fishing and scraping opihi off the slippery rocks. On the next page, we have lava, which is rock formed by a volcano. We're familiar with that word. And pau, finished, all done. I like it. The third little pig went on until he met a man selling lava rock. Aha, said the third little pig, this is for me. I will build myself a house of lava rock and live beside the sea and go fishing with my brothers. It took many days to build the house, and before it was done, one brother came to visit the third little pig. Why are you wasting your time on such a hard house to build? He asked. We are pow with our houses and have time to fish and take it easy surfing and playing. Forget this house. Come with us. The third little pig just shook his head and said he would rather take his time and build a strong house. After many days of hard work, the lava rock house was finished. It was sturdy and strong, and the third little pig was pleased with his work. He checked his doors and windows carefully to be sure his house was snug and safe. Then he went off, and off he went to join his brothers beside the sea. Oh boy, here comes some more new words. Yellow tang is a small, bright yellow reef fish. A humu humu is a member of the triggerfish family, one of whom is the humu humu nuku apua, or fish with a snout like a pig, made famous in a popular Hawaiian song. I'd like to hear the song. I should look that up for you. And then a he'e, the Hawaiian word for octopus, and a pukipaka, a ferocious eel with sharp teeth. This is a silly story to read. The Hawaiian words kind of have silly sounds to my ear anyway. The three little pigs threw their nets and pulled in reef creatures like the brilliant yellow tang, the horned humu, or the slimy octopus, he'i. They climbed over the wet rocks, scraping off the delicious opihi, and once in a while they caught puhipaka, the fierce-fanged eel. Oh my goodness. I probably didn't pronounce all of those correctly. I'm trying, guys. The ulua, a kind of creval or jackfish, an opakapaka, a blue snapperfish, and an ahi, a yellowfin tuna fish, and trade winds, breezes which keep Hawaii cool. Sometimes they took their poles and, standing far out on the rocks, fished the deeper waters for the larger ulua, opakapaka, and ahi. They played tag, splashed in the tide pools, and chased tiny sand crabs. Their days were clear and sunny and cooled by gentle trade winds. Such pretty illustrations. It looks like watercolor when we talked about this last week with what illustrators do. Doesn't it look like a watercolor kind of illustration? When the waves broke just right beside the reef, they took their surfboards and caught long, breathtaking rides to the beach. Meanwhile, an evil magic shark watched them from deep down where the water is green. Back and forth swam the magic shark, his long teeth shining in the gloomy water. He especially wanted to eat the three little pigs since they looked so sweet and tender. He knew he couldn't catch them on the rocks, for the lava was sharp and the pigs too quick. He wished they would fall off their surfboards, but the pigs were too good and went too fast through the rough water. So, watching and planning, the magic shark drooled and thought of the yummy little pigs. Eek. Can't get my page turned. Then we have, shave ice, powdery ice, shavings put in a paper cone and covered with sweet flavored syrup. Sounds like a snow cone to me. One morning, unable to stand his craving any longer, the magic shark disguised himself as a shave ice man and knocked on the door of the first little pig's house. Little pig, let me come in, he called. I have plenty shave ice. The little pig peeked out of the window. He was hot and thirsty, and the cool, colorful shave ice looked so tasty. He grabbed his money and started to open the door, but just in time he saw a fin on the shave ice man's back, and he knew it was really the magic shark. He quickly shut and locked the door. The shark knocked harder and called, little pig, let me come in. Oh, no, cried the little pig, not by the hair on my chinny chin. Oh, sneaky fellow. Uh-oh. The magic shark was hot and hungry, and the little pig's answer made him very mad. He yelled, little pig, let me come in, or I will huff and I will puff and I will blow your house down. The little pig did not open his door. After all, he wasn't crazy. He knew what the magic shark wanted. So the very mad magic shark huffed, and the very mad magic shark puffed, and the very mad magic shark blew down the first little pig's house. The first little pig ran out of the back door and down the path to the house of the second little pig. The very mad magic shark went back to the ocean to cool off and make a new plan. More words. A lei, a garland, usually of flowers, like a flower necklace. A ukulele, that's a common word for us to use. It's a Hawaiian word. A four-stringed instrument played by strumming. Uke is short for ukulele. A nose flute, a flute-like instrument played by blowing air with the nose. In a few days, the magic shark was hungry for little pigs again. This time he dressed up as a beach boy wearing white pants, a coconut leaf hat, and a lei around his neck. He knocked on the door of the second little pig's house and called, little pig, let's talk story and play ukes." The little pigs grabbed their ukulele and nose flute and opened the door. The beach boy smiled, and the little pig saw rows and rows of long, sharp white teeth, and just in time, they slammed the door. I'd like to play the ukulele. It's a cute little instrument. Little pig, let me come in," called the hot and hungry magic shark anxiously. "Oh, no," cried the little pigs. They knew that was no friendly beach boy out on the steps. "Not by the hairs on our chins." This made the magic shark upset, so he roared, "Then I will huff and I will puff and I will blow your house down." Just as he said he would, the very upset magic shark huffed, and the very upset magic shark puffed, and the very upset magic shark blew down the house of the second little pig. The little pig and his brother jumped out of the window and ran down the path to the house of the third little pig. Uh-oh. Missed some pages again. Sorry, guys. There we go. We have a mu'u, a long, loose-fitting woman's dress. I think I've heard it called a muumuu before. A luhala, a leaf of the hala or pandanus tree used in weaving hats, rugs, and baskets. Wow. Once more, the magic shark, hot and still hungry, swam angrily down to his watery home to plot and scheme. After a few days, his hunger pangs were so bad that the magic shark decided to try again. This time he went pretending to be a lei seller. He knocked on the third little pig's door and called sweetly, little pig, let me come in. I have leis to sell." The three little pigs loved to wear leis and were happy to hear a sweet voice calling. They looked out and saw the lei seller in her muumuu and lahala hat and with flower leis on her arms. But then they also saw a shark's tail sticking out from under the muumuu. They knew who that was, so they rushed around, locking the doors and windows. Little pig, let me come in," called the magic shark, growing upset. "Oh, no," answered the little pigs, "not by the hairs on our chins." "You will be sorry," screamed the furious magic shark in his loudest voice. "I will huff and I will puff and I will blow your house down." No one answered, and no one opened the door. So the furious magic shark huffed, and the furious magic shark puffed, and he huffed, and he puffed, and he blew, and nothing happened. I did so much huffing and puffing, I'm choking. Again he huffed, and he puffed, and he huffed, and he puffed, and he blew, and still nothing happened. My favorite part is coming, I think. Once more, the furious magic shark huffed, and the furious magic shark puffed, and the furious magic puff. I'm still choking. Furious magic shark huffed, and the furious magic shark puffed, and the furious magic shark blew, and still the lava rock house stood firm. I'm going to show you the picture for a minute while I take a drink. Excuse me. Okay, that's better. Now this made the magic shark extremely furious. So gathering up all of his air, the extremely furious magic shark huffed and puffed and huffed and puffed and huffed and puffed and blew 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 until whoosh, kersplat, he fell on the ground all out of air, looking like a flat balloon. Oh boy, what are they doing? Are they rolling him up? It was quiet, and still the three little pigs cautiously peeked out of the house. Seeing the very flat magic shark, they quickly ran outside, rolled him up like a straw mat, and tied a string around him. Then, taking him off to the dump, they threw him away. So no down the chimney for him. It's funny. When they returned to the seashore, the third little pig helped his brothers build sturdy rock houses, and once they were finished, the three little pigs gave a large party. They invited all their friends and relatives, as well as a shave ice man without a fin, to serve refreshments. A beach boy without rows of sharp white teeth to join the musicians, and a lay seller without a shark's tail to give out lays. From then on, the three little pigs lived safely and peacefully beside the sea. I think that might be the end. This was a long story. Yes, indeed. I hope you enjoyed that. Now, these last two stories that we've done about the three little pigs, it's kind of fun to take this old folk tale and put it in a new setting. This one, of course, being in Hawaii. So everything in the story kind of reflects where the story is taking place, even though you still have pigs. They used a shark because there probably are not wolves on the Hawaiian Islands. And then, of course, yesterday's story about the wild pigs, the javelinas, took us way to the southwestern part of the United States. So you had desert. That's what you would find there. And so instead of a wolf, you had a coyote. So I enjoy famous stories like that being given a change up a little bit, a cute story with just a different setting, and the characters are slightly different. Kind of fun. So hope you enjoyed this one. Read it again with someone, read it to someone, and the more reading practice, the better. Have a great day.